Let's talk about some rubbish. Hi my friends, welcome to episode 2 of the countdown to Christmas. 9 days to go, baby. Today we're going to do an empties video. I've not done an empties video in a while. Last time I did one, it put me off for life because I saved years worth of empties. And since that last video, maybe a year ago, I have been throwing away my empties because I was traumatized from having an entire dedicated cupboard to empty products. That was a bit excessive, but a few months ago I decided I'm just going to start saving some products. And once this bucket is full, I will share. And the bucket is full, so I'm going to share. I have no idea what's in here, so let's discuss. I bloody love an empties video because you actually know after using a product to its entirety how you feel about it. Like, you know, I've tested these and my opinion is based off of many uses. I'm gonna pair these two up because one I would repurchase and the other I would not. The Estrid All Glowed Up Vegan Sugar Scrub and the Rose and Caramel Purity XL 60-second tan remover. So usually if I'm exfoliating, I'm taking off my fake tan. I am a regular fake tanner. Before I can fake tan again, I need to exfoliate my body. I like both of these and they do serve slightly different purposes. Obviously, because Estrid is a razor company, the razors that I've used for years and I love, this is definitely marketed as a pre-shave exfoliator, whereas the Rose and Caramel is very much a fake tan remover. So they do have different purposes. For me, I don't exfoliate enough for me to have multiple exfoliators, and I feel like this does such an incredible job of removing your fake tan. I'm actually fake tanless right now because I used my new tub of this morning because I'm fake tanning tonight, and I did repurchase this very recently and I absolutely love it. If you end up looking like tiger bread, if you're a regular fake tanner, you constantly have that line on your inner arm, try this, give it a go. It's not particularly gentle, I'll be honest with you. It's pretty abrasive, but it kind of has to be to remove fake tan like that. I've tried so many fake tan removers. They all smell disgusting. None of them actually exfoliate. They're all just like a liquid, whereas this has physical exfoliators in it and it smells so nice. This I would recommend. And I would also recommend this. I do like this. Like I said, I don't really need both in my rotation. Should I exfoliate more? Yeah. Am I lazy? Yeah. But if you just want a nice gentle exfoliator, isn't necessarily a fake tan remover, I will recommend this to you. I do like it. It is good. I just personally won't be repurchasing it because I don't need it. If you aren't looking for a fake tan remover and you just want to exfoliate, I would recommend. I hope that's clear. Let me move this out of the way. Next up, we've got the L'Oreal Botanicals Arnica Repairing Shampoo. Damaged hair reinforces the hair from root to tip. I have got through a big old 400ml bottle of this. I liked, but I didn't love, and I wouldn't repurchase. I think for me this is a little bit too heavy for my hair. Yes, I do have dry damaged hair. My hair is fried to shit, okay? I've been alternating between blonde and red hair for years now. My hair is not happy. I've now become very self-conscious of my hair. Don't look at it. I would recommend it if maybe you had thicker hair. I just have quite fine hair. It definitely made it shiny. It felt healthy when I used it, but it got greasy really quick. Found that I had to wash my hair more frequently and it just started feeling greasy sooner because I think it was too heavy for me. Not necessarily a bad product, just not the right product for me. So I wouldn't repurchase. Now this, I will repurchase. This is a banger. The MAC Pro Locked Brow Gel. I was gutted when I ran out of this because I am still doing 10 pan. So I was sad that I wasn't going to be able to repurchase it, but I was very kindly sent out a new tube and I'm very grateful because I genuinely cannot imagine not having this now. I love my Benefit 24-hour brow set. I love it so much and it is a brilliant brow gel that I've used so many tubes of. I will not be surprised if there's one in this box, but I don't tend to use that by itself, whereas this will hold your brows down like one of the ones in the tub will, like a soap brow kind of vibe. It will hold your brows all day. I will definitely be talking about this in another upcoming video. It's got bristles on one side and it's flat on the other, so you can brush through each hair, coat each hair properly so you know it's going to stick, and then you use the flat side to push it down, and it just makes your brows look like they've been laminated. It doesn't build up, go flaky, go white, or any of that kind of gross stuff that you don't want. It just looks clean. It just does its job, it does it well, and it's so easy for travel. I love it so much, and I'm gonna have to ration myself with my new one because it's already going down. Yeah, I love it. Next, we have the Wella Shockwaves Ultra Strong Hold Mousse. I have used mousse so much this year. I use it as basically a staple on my hair wash day every single time now. I put it in when my hair is wet, and then when I style it, it holds my style so much better. And I know that that's literally the purpose of mousse. I feel like mousse has kind of had a bit of a comeback. Like, it used to be a bit of a dated product, but it's back, baby, and I love it. I have repurchased this quite a few times, but it does last you a really, really long time. Like, you don't have to use a lot of it. In fact, don't use a lot of it because your hair will go crunchy. It really holds a curl, especially if your hair's like mine, and is so stubborn. My hair does not hold any style I put it in apart from a slick back bun, which I also use this for a lot of the time. I will slick my hair back with this, and that ish is not moving. Trust me. If you struggle with gels kind of flaking and things like that, try a mousse. It really works. It really works. I'm trying to like alternate skincare, hair care, makeup. Maybe I should have created a better system. What are you gonna do? We have 2 empty UTAN tanning sprays. What are they called? Tanning waters. I swear by tanning water. I use them most days because, let's be real, your face tan never lasts as long as your body because you wash it twice as many times a day. And I get the same problem with my hands because obviously you use your hands, you wash your hands more as well. I always spray this at the end of my skincare routine, and I also do a mist over my hands as well, just so that my hands and my face match my body. And at this time of the year, it's really the only parts of my body you're seeing anyway, so I am quite lazy and use this to just tan my hands and my face and don't even bother tanning the rest of my body. It's clear, there's no developing color, it won't make a mess, and it's amazing. Now, I do love the UTAN ones. I do have a new favorite, my EFFN facial mist. That is my favorite because these ones are nowhere near as intense. This is a very subtle glow. In my opinion, it's subtle. I've got the Jamie Genevieve collab, the CBD one, and then their original coconut. They smell nice, they're hydrating, and they feel nice, so I do really like them. But when it comes to the color, I prefer the EFFN one, but I prefer the experience of using these ones. So it kind of, I don't know which I genuinely don't know. At the end of the day, you want the one that gives you the best results, so probably the EFFN or Effin. I literally don't know how you're supposed to say that brand. Every time I say it differently, I have no idea. But I would recommend, and I will probably repurchase these at some stage, because sometimes you do want a more natural glow. Sometimes you don't want essentially a layer of fake tan on your face every day. 2 of these in my empties would repurchase. To keep my sanity, I've only kept 1 of these because I have literally got no idea how many of these deodorants I've been through. The Dove Maximum Protection Pomegranate and Lemon deodorant. I think I've used this deodorant religiously. I've definitely used other things. I've tried other things. I tried the natural deodorant. I use Mitchum sometimes. My absolute favorite antiperspirant is this one. It's a cream. It's like extra strong antiperspirant because I am such a sweaty girl. I can't even explain it to you. I sweat so badly, but I never smell. Don't get me wrong, I definitely do still sweat profusely. Like, I genuinely don't believe that an antiperspirant will ever stop me from sweating, but I never smell, and that's really all I care about. I just wear clothes that won't show sweat patches most of the time. I literally tailor my wardrobe to avoid sweat patches. That is how bad it is. Countless numbers of these. I will continue to purchase this forever. I don't know how many years I've used this. Like, I definitely used it when I did my A-levels. I'm sure of it, which is crazy. One of my longest standing products, I think, is this deodorant, and nothing else works the same. Like, if I ever borrow Rob's deodorant, genuinely don't feel like it does anything. Later on the day, I'm like, I actually think I smell, and it catches me off guard. This prevents it, and always has, and hopefully always will. So of course, I will definitely repurchase this. What I was saying about the mousse, this essentially does a very similar thing, but it's a spray, like a liquid form. I used this every single time I wash my hair for years, and I do like it, and I forgot about it, and it smells really good. And maybe I should buy this again. Maybe I will buy this again at some point. I'm gonna use up some mousses first, because I do have a few mousses? I do have a few tubes of mousse on the go, but maybe after I've finished, I'll get this. When I used to work at Sally's, I used to sell buckets of these, and I actually got my first bottle of this because my old hairdresser gave it to me because she loved it so much. When she used it on me, I was like, that smells so good. So she gave it to me, and I repurchased it since, and it is, I think, a bit of a hairdresser's favorite, or at least it used to be. It used to be, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago when I worked at Sally's. I don't know if it still is. This was a really good seller, and I really, really do like it, and I definitely found that it helped my hair because I need a lot of help. It's as stubborn as its mum. My baby, the Fenty Hydro Visor SPF Moisturizer. Now, I need to clear the air. I believe it was my last empties video. I shat on this. Not literally. I basically went off on one because I thought that they'd reformulated my favorite moisturizer. They hadn't. There's 2 of them. There's the mineral one and the non-mineral one. I like the non-mineral one, and I'd accidentally bought the mineral one because they look literally exactly the same, and I just thought, oh, they've added the word mineral into the title. Like, I didn't even notice that it said mineral. No. This is still available, and I was mourning it, thinking it wasn't. I actually bought myself 3 in the Black Friday sale off of Boots, so I have now restocked. I love this moisturizer. I use it essentially every day. Recently, I have actually been using a different moisturizer, one that I showed you in my Get Ready With Me the other day. I've been using that one more recently, just because I'm trying to use other things and actually use my skincare. But I have lots of these waiting in my backup drawer, ready to be loved. This is a beautiful moisturizer. It smells incredible. It has SPF 30. It's so glowy. It makes your skin radiant. I just love it. I love it so much. This is the refillable one that goes in the tub, so just buy the tub once. Or if you don't care about packaging, just buy this. You don't need the tub. Just saying, life hack. We lay one more soldier down to rest. Recognize this bad boy? This phallic object? The Diego de la Palma My Toy Boy Mascara used to be my favorite. Do you guys remember how obsessed with this I used to be? I do still really like the way this makes my lashes look, but honestly, waving this around, it is so funny to me. Compared to other mascaras that I've recently fallen in love with, this has kind of had its day because it transfers a bit more than others. I love the way that it actually makes my eyelashes look. I think it's a beautiful mascara. My eyelashes touch my eyebrows a lot of the time. If a mascara smudges at all, I end up looking crazy because it is like constantly touching the skin above my eyes. So I haven't used this in a while, like a really long while. I have got a few of these because Diego de la Palma know how much I love this mascara. They are very kind and send me top ups. So I am tempted to potentially give it another go. This is my empty. I probably wouldn't repurchase it these days. I do have a new mascara that I love so much, and I'm sorry, you've been somewhat retired. But it's been about 6 months since I last used this, so I might use one of my newer tubes. Try it again, see how I feel. Maybe I'll fall back in love with it. Maybe you'll see it in another empties video. Who knows? Not me. The future, it's crazy. Similarly to the deodorant situation, I've only kept one of these, but I've been through there's a hair on it, I'm so sorry. I've been through multiple tubes of the Spotlight Oral Care toothpaste for whitening teeth. The Spotlight Oral Care whitening strips are my favorite whitening strips, and they're the ones that I always use. That, and sometimes I use the High Smile ones as well. But I buy the full kit, so you get all the strips and you also get a tube of this. So I do often use this as my toothpaste. I do actually have quite a few favorite toothpastes, but this one is up there. I really like it. I constantly kind of have one because of my teeth whitening strips. It's one of those things I hate having to buy. So having this with the teeth whitening strips, it means that I will just always have one. So I will repurchase this. I think it does work. People often say my teeth are very white, which is very kind. Would recommend, would repurchase. I'm sorry, everything's starting to turn very green because it's getting dark outside and my lamp is very green. Another product that I used to use to slick down my slick back bun is the Eco Style gel in the tub. I liked this. Yes, it held my hair in place. Yes, it was rock solid, didn't go anywhere. But honestly, I wouldn't repurchase it purely because of the packaging. There's nothing wrong with the packaging as a design, like it works, you know, it's a functional design, but for me it's not functional because I don't like having to put my fingers into hair gel, getting it under my nails. I have to scoop it and it's just messy. Whereas the hair gel that I currently use and love comes in a pump. It is perfect for me because I can take a really small amount if I need to, and it doesn't make a huge mess, doesn't get under my nails. Yes, this is great if that's something that doesn't bother you. I get quite bad sensory issues when I have stuff on my hands. I wash my hands quite a lot. I hate having skincare on my hands. I hate having makeup on my hands. It's the same with hair products. Like having oily hands, eating messy food and having oil on your hand, like that drives me insane. This is a side note. In a restaurant, if I'm torn between two things, like I don't know what I want to eat, and one of them is something you eat with your hands, I will immediately go for the other one because it removes joy from the experience, having messy hands. And like when a burger goes up, it's a sensory thing. It just drives me insane. We all have our quirks. I really like it as a gel, and I used to like stick a spoolie in it and like do my baby hairs, and that worked quite well, but I don't need a huge tub for that, especially when I've got my little got to be like mascara one. That is perfect for baby hairs. So I would recommend, if you use a lot of gel, I won't repurchase it, and it did take me forever to use up. A mini Urban Decay all-nighter setting spray. This is the vitamin C one, which I really like. I like the vitamin C one just because it smells nice. I am genuinely baffled that there aren't more setting sprays in here. I must have accidentally thrown a couple away when I finished them, because I go through setting sprays more than anything. I spray my makeup like 3 times every time I do it, and I douse myself. I am confused. Very loud motorbike. So I am quite confused as to where the other ones are, but this can be the representative. I go through setting sprays like crazy. I would repurchase it, and I don't have one of these currently in my collection. I actually don't have any Urban Decays currently in my collection, which is a shame because I love that. But I've definitely used up a couple like in the past few months, so I must have just thrown them away. The CosRx Advanced Snail 96 Mucin Power Essence, aka Snail Slime. This was a very trendy product on TikTok. It went mad viral, and I liked it a lot. It actually only ran out like last week. This is an 100ml bottle. Like this really lasted a long time for me. I used it kind of as my like hydrating serum layer, and I loved it. I like the packaging of it. I like that it's just a little pump. I can't be arsed taking out a dropper and getting my serums out. Like I need things that are quick, so I love serums in a bottle. What we're figuring out here is that I am lazy. But I loved this. Would I repurchase it? Not right now, because I have so many hydrating serums to get through. I currently don't need any new skincare at all, but if I didn't, I probably would repurchase this actually. Once you get over the idea of it being a snail, it's great, you're grand. Here we have a relic, the MAC Face and Body Foundation, aka the foundation that I have loved since I was 12 years old. It has been in my collection for years. Not the same bottle, but I have always had a bottle of this foundation in my collection for my entire makeup loving life. That is going on 16 years of having this foundation in my life. When I am able to, I will be repurchasing this. It's the perfect foundation if you want very light coverage, a lovely glow, very natural. It's super thin and watery and lightweight, but what I love about this is the more you buff it, the more coverage it gives you. It thickens up, adds more coverage, so it's a really versatile foundation. If you aren't a huge makeup wearer, aren't a foundation wearer, I would really recommend. You can see freckles through it. I used to have like every shade of this in my makeup kit. I used to use it all the time on people. Great for those people who sit in your chair and say, I don't wear a lot of makeup, and I'm like, great, I know what I'm going to use, because it is beautiful. And despite being lightweight and glowy, it lasts really well and stays on your skin all day. It's great. I don't think I could ever say a bad word about this foundation. It just holds such a special place in my heart. Like it really does represent like the beginning of me loving makeup all those years ago. So we'll be besties forever. And when I'm allowed to, you will be resurrected in my collection, don't worry. Back to hair, the big one, Aussie Miracle Moist Shampoo. I really do like this shampoo. I have a bottle of this at Rob. Like when I was just getting shampoos to keep it his, I just picked up a bottle of Aussie because I know it's gonna work. It's like a good fail-safe shampoo for me. But at the moment I'm so kind of hair health focused. I'm using quite specific products, and I used to just use any shampoo. I didn't really think too much about it. I was like, my hair's dirty, now it's clean, it's fine. Whereas now I am much more conscious than I ever have been about my hair and the products that I'm using, and I use specific shampoos on specific days for specific things. I just realized that my Christmas tree is flashing. Sorry if that's been annoying. I hadn't noticed. Won't repurchase this anytime soon, but that's not to say that I won't ever, but it isn't my everyday shampoo. Another Rimmel Match Perfection powder. This is my favorite high street loose setting powder. I've been through countless numbers of these. I've got one on the go at the minute. It is affordable. It is so lightweight. It's got a slight pinky undertone, so it looks really lovely under your eyes. It doesn't have a white cast or loads of pigment. It's just quite brightening, really smooth, and it is just a great powder. And again, packaging is a big thing for me. Like functionality of use is a huge point. Like if I don't like the packaging of a product, a lot of the time I won't repurchase it, even if I really like the product, because to me it's an experience as much as how the product looks. I want to enjoy doing my makeup, and I really love the packaging of this because it's not got one of those mesh things, it's just the little holes, and it lets a good amount of product through without exploding everywhere. It never gets cakey, it's so light. It's just my favorite high street powder, and I'm such a little powder fiend. That sounds really different to what I thought it would sound. A makeup powder person, I use a lot of it. I go through it like nothing else. Having a great affordable option is obviously amazing. Will repurchase. Next up, we have another mascara. This is the Estee Lauder, what is it even called? The Turbo Lash. I was obsessed with this mascara, and I was very upset when it dried out because this is a really, really nice mascara. I used it every single day. If you want volume, this will give you volume. It's a really lovely thick formula, which I like because you can just really build it up. It's not getting messy and clumping together. It just builds nicely. You can layer it nicely. It's a really dark black, great mascara. I tend to not really buy luxury mascaras anymore because I go through them so quickly. So I have an affordable mascara that I absolutely love, that I have been shouting from the rooftops about. So I can't see me repurchasing this anytime soon, but I do love it and I do recommend it. And if you are a luxury lover and you like your makeup bag to be full of beautiful, I mean, it is stunning. It kind of does look like a vibrator, but anyway, you two. What you like? The Illumiere MD Retinol Resurface Serum, 0.5%. I've been through 2 of these. My skin lady, my facialist, she actually recommended these to me because I wanted to start getting more into retinol. I've now used 2 of them up. I don't think I'll repurchase it. I think I want to explore other retinols. I did really like it. I definitely saw a difference in my skin. The morning after I used this, I always could tell a difference, which is obviously great and amazing, but it is quite expensive, and I have a few retinols in my collection that I want to get some use out of. I won't repurchase this yet. If I try these other ones and they don't give me the same results, then I'll go back to this. Because with skincare, sometimes you get what you pay for, but also sometimes you don't. So I'm gonna try other things for now, and then I might go back to this if I don't find anything that I like as much. We are approaching the finish line, my friend. It's already been an hour and a half. I talk for England. When I talk about products, I could talk about it all day. The Vive Power Ink Liner. Now I've been through a few of these, and I love you, Jamie, you're wonderful. And I love so many products that Vive do. And I love this liner for the first few weeks, but this dries out so fast for me, and I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. Maybe it's the packaging, maybe it's not as airtight as it could be. It's a really fine tip, really dark black, beautiful finish, so easy to work with. I love the way that the actual packaging feels to draw your liner. Like, it's an amazing liner, but it just doesn't last, and I don't know why. Is it just me? So as much as I do like the product, it's not like the cheapest eyeliner, so I probably won't repurchase it, which makes me sad because I love Vive and I love supporting Jamie. I have so much Vive in my collection. Like their mascara, oh, one of my favorite mascaras ever. That should probably be in this empties actually. Literally scraping the tube at the moment. It's dead, Emma. You gotta let it go. If it didn't dry out so much, I would repurchase it because it's a great liner. We have an itty bitty baby of the Kayali Vanilla 28. I do have the full size of this. I think that's empty. I think that was in my last empties video actually. I do really like this, but I don't think I'll repurchase it because I have recently found other vanilla-y fragrances that are a little bit deeper. This is very like vanilla. I mean, it's literally called vanilla. It's straight up vanilla. Very, very sweet. Whereas I kind of, especially at this time of year, I like my vanilla fragrances to have like a little bit of depth, like a little bit of, you know? More cologne-y with vanilla rather than like sickly sweet vanilla. So I have used up a full big bottle and this one, but I never wore it alone. I would always mix it with something else. But I do have vanilla fragrances that I don't feel the need to mix with others. So I won't repurchase this. As much as I did enjoy using it in combination with other things, I have other things now that will replace this. Only a few things left, I promise. The Victoria Beckham by Augustinus Bader Cell Rejuvenating Power Serum. This is not cheap. The packaging is absolutely gorgeous, but the packaging also drives me completely insane. There is a theme occurring. You have to squeeze this bit to drop it out. And towards the end, like, there's actually a little bit of product in there, but I think it's oxidized now. I wouldn't use this. It's been in my empty box for quite a while. You have to really squeeze. I don't want to earn using a product. I just want it to present itself to me nice and easily in a beautiful package. And I did like this. I just can't really tell you exactly what it did. Like, a cell rejuvenating serum. I can't tell you if my cells were rejuvenated. I can't confirm or deny. I don't know. I like instant gratification, or I like to understand exactly what my product is doing over the long term. I won't repurchase this because I don't want to spend this much money on a product that I don't fully understand. Honestly, I hope it did me some good, but I don't fully understand the product. But if you do know and love that product and I've just offended you, then please tell me why you love it. I'm here to learn. The penultimate product is the Max Stack Mascara. This is my second tube, potentially third, and I do really like it, but my only gripe with it is that it feels really spiky. It makes your lashes look absolutely insane. I do actually have one of these on the go because they sent me out a new tube, and I do really like it, but it's such a spiky wand that sometimes my eyes feel a bit sensitive, and it also kind of makes my eyes water. It's one of those mascaras that's a little bit fragranced, you know, like the YSL one. I used to love the YSL mascara, but it smelled so fragranced that it would make my eyes water, and I'd be trying to put mascara on wet eyelashes and it was completely counterintuitive. This kind of does the same thing. So I do currently have one on the go, and I do like how it makes my lashes look, etc, etc. Would I repurchase this myself? Probably not. We've reached the final product, my friends. Whoa. This little baby is the Allies of Skin Vitamin C 20% Brighten and Firm Serum. Now, I got this little sample in like an advent calendar or in like a gift bag or something. I honestly can't remember how I actually acquired this product. I think it was potentially in a beauty advent calendar. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I didn't buy this, and it was sat in my skincare drawer for ages and ages. I love their blemish serum or blemish, I can't remember what it's called exactly. They have a product for blemishes. This is not helpful, I'm so sorry. And I loved it, and I used multiple tubes of that, and I ran out of my vitamin C, went into the drawer, and I saw, oh, this is by Allies of Skin. I'll try this. I have never tried a product from Allies of Skin that I did not like. And Allies of Skin is not cheap, so I would hope that I would love it. But the best comparison I can give you is it feels like how the Milk Hydro Grip primer feels when it's on your skin. Like really tacky, which actually I quite like in my vitamin C because it almost feels like a primer. It's really thick, but it gives you this like sheen, like your skin looks like plastic when you put it on. I use vitamin C every single day. I do have one currently on the go and a couple backups of others that I've been sent over the past few months. So I won't buy this yet. I definitely want to use up a few before I splurge out and buy this one. I do think I want to get the full size and really give this a proper go. This maybe lasted me like a month, and I feel like things with vitamin C when it comes to like fading dark spots and pigmentation, it takes a bit of time. So I'd like to give it a better shot and a longer trial period to really see if it works well. So if you're in the market, I really so far like this from my little tester trial period with it. Our encounter was brief but beautiful. So those are all of my empties. I lie, it's actually not all of my empties. The rest of my empties are from my Project 10 pan, which you will be seeing in my 2024 roundup favorites video, which potentially will come within the countdown to Christmas, but I actually think I'm now leaning on the side of doing it post-Christmas, the in-between Christmas New Year, because it's like a New Year's Eve themed video rather than Christmas. But either way, it is coming to you very soon, within the next couple of weeks. I find them so daunting to film because I'm like, what if I forget a product? Like, it's been a whole year. Like, what have I actually used? I'll need to watch back some old videos and do some research on myself to remember what I loved this year. And within that video, I will finalize Project 10 pan for 2024 and share my final results for this year. We'll see if I finished it. And if I didn't, hypothetically, then it will be continuing on into next year. But as ever, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you use any of these products and if you agree with me, if you love, hate, whatever, any of these products. I'm very curious to know. Thank you for joining me for another Countdown to Christmas episode, and I will see you tomorrow, babes. Bye!